Yo, alright, I'm gonna show you how to do this real quick. So in Gimp, I'm gonna show you how to like get get the font from like a Googled picture of the font, how to like really easily do it and not have to like sit for 5 hours trying to get the edges perfect and stuff around the letters. And then I'll show you how to just do the layer thing that I was talking about with the two text boxes and whatever. So first off, make a new jing jang. Fucking come here, click advanced, and you want to make sure it says fill with transparency. And then just set it to whatever, like just do 1080 or 1440, depending on whatever your desktop is. Because this is just going to be your background. You can change this at any time. So hold control, scroll in and out to zoom in and out. Hold shift and click your mouse wheel and move your mouse to tilt. And you know, if you're like this and it's like, fuck, I can't get it back to perfect, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Fucking go to view and go to flip and rotate and hit reset, flip and rotate, and that'll set it back to square. The reason you want it to be square is because if you got like even just a little bit of shit in here, I don't know if it's just GIMP or if it's just hard for computers to do this, but if you don't have it like dead square and you have some fucking drawings and shit in here, when you try and zoom in and out, that motherfucker lags like crazy. So with the view, like what you're doing with when you're holding shift and click your mouse wheel and move, you're just rotating the view. But you always want to like reset it back to square because it's fucking really annoying. Even it so like it can look like this and it's like, oh, it looks square, but it's like, no, I have it 359 degrees instead of 360, and that one little degree will fucking piss you off to no end. So yeah, do that. If you hold just your mouse wheel and click and move it around, you can like move, you know, the image anywhere, and that moves like the whole thing. So like, you know, if I fucking draw something here and move it around, it's moving like your view of the image basically. So here we go. We got this picture that I just googled, and there's the font. So we want to select, you know, just the black and get rid of all the white. First off, right click anything that you bring in. Like when you make a new layer, like if you just right click here and hit add new layer or whatever, generally it'll give you this prompt and you can hit fill with transparency and whatnot. But if you bring an image in, just right click it and then just click to add the alpha channel. Anytime you're working with layers, make sure you got the layer that you're working on selected. Like I have the background selected here, and it's like, oh, I'm trying to draw some shit and it's not showing up. Well, that's because I'm drawing in the back, right? So you got to make sure you have the right layer selected so that it actually like goes, you know, where you want it. So we're going to select this layer. We want just the black, and there's two different tools that you could use to do this. This is the fuzzy select tool. It selects by border. So if I click just the white here and press delete, that'll delete everything that I have selected. You can see in the areas where it's closed off, it did not select. And so with any selection tool, you have modes here. So this is like just anything you select, it'll replace what you currently have selected. When you have this mode on, like this is like your default mode, if you hold shift, you can see it adds a little plus symbol next to my cursor. So I'm holding shift here, and it'll tell you down at the bottom here as well, where it's like try shift control alt blah 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 blah. So if I hold shift, it adds a plus symbol. That means that it's going to add to my current selection. So we saw that when I pressed delete, it didn't delete this white shit in the middle. So if I hold shift and click in here and here and here and there and whatever, I won't click the rest of them so you can see the difference. Bam, now they're gone. So you could do it that way if you wanted to, but there's an even easier way. It's just that's how the fuzzy select tool works. This tool is called, if you hover over any of these tools, it tells you what the fuck they are. So this is the select by color tool. Where it says select by, this is like what determines the border. So I have value selected, which is like from light to dark, but you can tell it to select like just red and whatever. So we select our layer. We're going to do select by value, and we're just going to click the white. And if we zoom in here a little bit, you can see it like it kind of got it, but it's missing some parts. And like, you know, obviously when you're zoomed out like this, ain't nobody ever gonna see that shit. You know, they're only gonna see like these white specks basically. So you could just leave it like this. But you know, if you wanted to get real picky about it, you could turn the threshold up and just click the white again, and it'll eventually select more and more of the white until it's like, you know, a really fucking hard border. And then, so then we can zoom out and press delete, and there we go. There's all the fucking white is gone. And so you can see there's like tiny little gray. So basically it left anything lighter than this shade of gray, it selected and got rid of. Now, with color is where it can be a little tricky. And so like you can do the same thing where you can be like select by red, but we're going to turn the threshold down because I want like fucking everything that's red. It'll try and select some of that black, like it, you know, because it'll be like, oh, black is close enough to this fucking dark ass red. And so you can see there when I clicked that red, it actually it selected that yellow, because it was like, oh, that's close enough. So we can click some of these colors here. See, that blue is too much like black, so we hold control and get the minus symbol and click it, and it'll delete anything close enough to that color based on our threshold from our selection. So we have all this selected. Let's see if this green is too much. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. All right. So we got all these little red bitches. We hit delete. All right, red bitches are gone. Change this to blue. And now blue is like the closest to black in terms of color. So we're gonna fucking turn that threshold way down. So now we're getting close to where it's like selecting everything else. All right. So we can even just change it like this and fucking then turn this threshold down. And it like your previous selection persists. And so now like I can hold shift. And sometimes, like, just pay attention, because sometimes when you hold shift or control, like, after clicking over here, it, like, won't want to fucking work. And so you can just, like, manually select which one of these. So this one is to subtract, this one's to add. But, so, you know, our previous selection persists, and I changed it to green. So now I can, like, go through and click all the fucking green that I want and have it delete. And so we just press delete again. And that's like the actual delete key, not backspace. Actually, I don't know if backspace does the same thing. Let's see. No, it does not. So yeah, the delete key will delete anything that you have selected. And let's just get rid of this fucking abomination because I'm tired of looking at it. E is... Wait, is it E? Oh no, I think I changed some of my keyboard shortcut. So mine is Shift E, but I think it might be just E is to select your eraser, and P is pencil. No, N is pencil. P is paintbrush. So those are like some of the only two that actually fucking make sense. You know, like eraser starts with E and fucking pencil or paintbrush starts with P. But so does pencil. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, get rid of this shit. Make that bigger. Oh, let me show you this cool little trick here, real quick. So let's change that to black and white. Anytime you click these little squares, it will change your colors back to black and white. As I said, you can press X to change in between them. So here's a little fucking setting that will help you. First off, if you're drawing anything by hand, put smooth stroke on. And you can turn the quality and the weight like up. This will basically, so if I turn this gravity up real high, you'll actually see where it draws is kind of like lagging behind my pen a little bit. Maybe if I turn the quality even higher. Okay, or it's just gonna fucking actually work. Alright, so see where my cursor is? If I just click, it makes a circle there. but because I have smooth stroke on, it's actually kind of lagging behind, and it allows you to make like smoother movements with the mouse. And also remember, we're on the background, so I can fucking color in all that shit. And if I just turn this eye off, I didn't actually ruin that, you know? So important to make sure that you got the fucking proper layer selected. So yeah, if you're drawing shit by hand, turn smooth stroke on. It's very useful. But this is what I was going to talk about, this lock brush to view. So check out how big my cursor is now, like how big the circle is now. It's that big, right? But if I zoom out, because I have this selected, it will keep my cursor the size in relative to my view. So if I zoom out, now it's a big fucking circle. So that's super useful, where like you can set it to be like, you know, I want the cursor to always be this big, you know, whatever. And then if I'm like, oh, I got some fucking detail shit, I can zoom in and it changes it and it makes it real tiny. So it keeps it relative to your view. Very useful, very awesome little fucking doodad. So yeah, that's an important one, because that's good for like doing little touch up shit. You know, if you're like, oh, I gotta fucking blah, 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 whatever the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. So let's get rid of all that shit. And when you have the layer selected, like if I fucking, like I was just pressing undo because I'm a lazy fucking asshole. But if I'm like, I got all this shit, I can just press select all and hit delete, and it'll only select what's on that layer. So that's just really only useful if you're making videos on how to do shit. Anyway, let's get back to the fucking font. So we got all our little colored shit particles gone, and now we got just the fucking font left. And so this is where like that all is pretty quick, but this is where it's gonna turn kind of like intensive for fucking, if you're like making the font. Basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your rectangle tool, and we got this selected, and you're gonna select each letter, right? We're just gonna make a nice little box, get it relatively close, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna right click that and go to, or wait, I think we just crop it out. So fucking, where's our crop tool? Crop. Yeah, let's crop this out. Right. So, oh wait, no. Sorry. I'm getting my tools mixed up here. You don't want the crop tool, because if I press enter now, it's gonna get rid of everything else. So you could do it like that technically, but that like is adding a kind of unnecessary step. The best way to do it is going to be to select, so like I was saying before, fucking, you could even do like select by color, and, or no, sorry, do fuzzy select, because that'll select by border, and that way you won't, if I did select by color, it would select all the other letters if I tried to just select the A. And we don't want that. What we want is fuzzy select, so it's only going to select this border. If I click B, it selects the fucking B, you know, and I can do each one. So we'll go here. We don't want to add that because it's part of the A. And what we do is float. No, didn't float it. All right, right click, go to selection, float. What is it? Control Shift L. All right. So float it, and you'll see it'll change it to its own like floating layer, and you can fucking move it around, right? So you know you could technically float all of these. You just press anchor, like right click on it and click anchor. Whoops. You want to make a new layer for it to anchor to. Yeah, there we go. And so now this A is its own layer, and then I can like click on this and fucking, or double click it real quick and just call it A. And so now we know that's our A. And then, you know, you can fucking do the same for the B. Click that layer, Control Shift L, float it, right click, and click to new layer. That'll send whatever you have selected to a new layer. And so now we have our B, you know, and we can just fucking call it B. So you could do it that way if you wanted, if you don't have the font. And then let's see here. We'll spell something out real quick. Let's spell out boobies. All right. So we'll float that. Bam. Right click to new layer. And then we're going to duplicate that because we're going to need 2 O's. We're going to duplicate the B because we're going to need 2 B's. And we're actually going to make a third duplication. So it is O. This fucking O1. This fucking O2. And if you name it before you copy it, then you won't have to rename them all. So don't be an idiot like me. And do as I say, not as I do, you know? So now we have our O's, right? So fucking we can click the eyeball on this and tell that to get the fuck out of here. So where'd our other B go? Oh yeah, it's on top of the B. So boob, right? Boobies. Everyone likes boobies. The yellow line will like tell you which one you have selected, you know? But so this fucking what you call it? Oh, that's our original. See, this is where it can get a little tricky when you have a bunch of the same letter. It's like you gotta almost remember which one is your fucking jam, you know? And so let's see. We're gonna need. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna name this BH for the highlight one because we're gonna change the color of it. So we got that selected. You can right click on it and go down to colors and just click fucking invert and it'll change that shit. So now we have our white, which is like our background. Or I guess, is it black on white or white on black? I don't know. Either way, you can do it fucking whatever way you want. So now if we drag this down, like now that puts it behind the B and we could, you know, fucking move it like that. You can click your scale tool, which is Shift S, and click it and make it slightly bigger. Make sure to click your little chain here so that it links the width and the height, and that way it stays like square, you know. And you can also move with this tool, so it's pretty useful. So let's say we'll make it just like slightly bigger, offset it a little bit, whatever, blah blah blah. Press scale, boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. We can drag that up, and so now we're gonna duplicate that, do this, move that over to the B, and then we're gonna call this O. We're gonna call it OH for highlight. Again, right click it, go to colors. You can also do it up here. So like I have it selected, I go to color, go to invert. And there's like different types of invert. I can just colorize it and like tell it that I want it to be fucking, you know, green or whatever. Because sometimes the fucking, okay, that didn't work. Sometimes the fucking paint bucket tool can be a bitch. And it has its own threshold, so like you can fucking allow. Oh, foreground. Opacity 100. So yeah, the paint bucket tool works here just because I made these like good borders, but in like photoshopping stuff, it don't always like make it real nice. Anyway, so let's duplicate that. But yeah, so you can either right click it and go to color and invert. Invert will make it the opposite of whatever it is currently. So it works nice for you know, black and white. And like if this A was red, then I believe the opposite of it is gonna be like a fucking bluish shit. Like it should be the negative invert. Yeah. So it'll make it the opposite of whatever it currently is. So for black and white, very useful. Let's see. What do I gotta do? Let's make these O's a little bigger. Everybody loves a big O. Fucking do that. Scale. Do this one. Click it. Make it a little bigger. Do that. Move that shit. Scale. And then, yeah, like I said, you can decide whichever one you want. If you want if you want the black on top with the white in the background, then you can drag these above it. So it'll go by whatever, like the fucking visual is. So like this O needs to be a little bigger. It'd be like that, or whatever. Scale. Now, notice the edges are getting fuzzier, like fuzzier and fuzzier as I scale it. So if you gotta be kind of careful if you scale shit like too big, because the resolution of this picture is only so high. So if I scale this real big, press scale, now my edges are all fuzzy and shit, Now, like I said, when you zoom out, you don't really notice that. So you probably don't have to worry about this. And this is why you make the background the size of your desktop, because then you can be like, okay, if this is on a 1080 picture, like that's how it'll look, So if you're like doing a thumbnail or whatever, then you'll know like how it'll look. So let's get these to like half-ass match scale. And you can use, like I said, you can use the scale tool to move shit as well. So if you just click it, you can like move the box around and just not scale it. Although I am scaling it, but you don't have to. And we'll just press scale. And so like this B can be moved over a little bit. Like that. And there you go. So that's how you could do it without the font, like if you don't have the font. I have it set that it won't select other layers. So if you change it to this, to pick a layer or guide, when I click stuff, it will move whatever I click on instead, even though I have a different layer selected. But if you look at my layers when I click on stuff, it'll select this, briefly and allow me to move it, and then it'll go back. I have that off by default, but you can just press shift to change it back and forth on the fly when you're using the move tool. But I have that off by default so that I can click anywhere and it'll move that B. It'll only move my active layer, which means whichever one I have selected here. So yeah, so there's how you could do that. If you didn't have the font, or like whatever, if you were just trying to make like drop shadow for stuff, you can just make a duplicate of it, change it to, white or black or whatever, and fucking make it in the background. And now let's say, here's what I was going to show you before. So let's say I got a fucking picture in the background that like makes that harder to fucking read. This one, because it's black and white. Okay, so let's say if you want to, if you don't want to go through your browser, you can go to File, Open as Layers. If you just hit Open, it'll make it a new image, and you can still drag it over, but if you hit Open as Layers, then it'll do it in this fucking thing. So where the fuck am I? What am I doing? C, no, me, fucking pictures, fucking Red Dead, fucking dog, open. Oh god, that's a big ass dog. Alright, let's just move this fucking dog. So let's say dog is there, and it makes that B kind of hard to read, right? So if we zoom in here, you're gonna want to actually make a new full transparent layer, right? And we'll call this highlights. It's important to name your layers, and we're gonna put that over top of the dog, and we're gonna put the dog actually down here so that all the letters are on top of it. Notice the O was missing before, so put that underneath. but the highlights I want to be behind all the letters, but on top of the dog, right? And so, like I was saying, that B, it's kind of hard to see the inside of that. So what you could do, you can take your paintbrush or your airbrush tool, change it to white, change it to very soft brush, and we're going to put the opacity at like 50, 60%, right? And we'll throw a smooth stroke on and make it a little bigger. And so now we just come in here, and so you can kind of come in and just add like a little bit of white like that, and you don't really notice that, you know, like you can even do less than that, and like it doesn't really detract from the image at all. And so like you can see that this white highlights here I'm not really getting. And so, all right, but see, like it's getting easier to see. It doesn't really look like I'm doing anything, but I promise you I am actually fucking drawing on that. And so you can do like really, really soft kind of highlight behind it. And now we can see that white, but it didn't, you know, like it doesn't detract from the background image, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's much easier to see white on black than it is to do black on white. Just so, like, when you're doing white, you might have to turn the opacity down a good bit. But when you're doing black, then you turn it up. But you can notice it's behind the letters. You know, it's not. I'm not covering the letter up, but I'm not like totally detracting from the image. I don't know. It just makes the letters pop more without like looking like you fucking drew a bunch of shit. You know, like looking like you just drew all this shit on the background. And because I made it a transparent layer and made it separate, I can erase it, you know, without erasing the background. I can like if I wanted to completely erase this middle bit, I could do that. You know, if I'm like, oh yeah, that didn't actually look that great, you know, and then I can go back in and redo it, whatever. So there you go. There's how you can like make images pop. You could even just do that if you wanted. And like even that isn't super terrible looking, you know, and then you could come in with the eraser and turn the opacity down on the eraser too, and just like do, you know, these little in between parts. You know, but I could do like just those in between spots, and like, you know, not make the outside as big. And this is where turning the hardness and the force down really helps, because you can see this looks like a, you know, like that's a pretty sharp edge, and it's noticeable. So if I turn the hardness and the force down, it makes the edges like much more blurry, right? And so it makes it a little harder to see. You know, it makes it a little softer. Uh oh, another thing with your eraser, when you're erasing shit, if you hold Alt, you can easily bring shit back that you erased. So there's that like black line that I made earlier. I can bring that back. But yeah, having fucking having the anti-erase is very helpful, because like, you know, sometimes you just do a little too much. You get a little too crazy with it, and you want to fucking, yeah, fix it. So yeah, hold Alt, and it'll add a minus symbol next to it, and that's how you know you're anti-erasing. Incremental is where the more you go over something, the more it'll draw. So if I put this at 50 and put this on incremental, see, it's like, it's pretty light if I just make a line. But then if I keep going back over it, it'll add more and more over top of it. So you can put it at even like 100, turn the hardness way down, and like, you know, that's a really faint line. But as I go over it, it'll get darker and darker until it's like eventually just black, and that's it. So incremental is useful for a lot of the different tools. All right, that's enough with that. real quick, we'll do fucking, we'll do how to do it with a text box. So let's fucking put this at like 85, black, whatever font that is. Fucker. Okay. There's our text. That's the title of our video is fucker boob. Fucker a boob. Alright. We move that wherever we want. Now, like I said, the text boxes can be a little tricky. You want to get, basically the idea with the text box is you want to get the font exactly how you want it before you start to mess with it. So if I want it to be bold, if I want it to be bigger, you know, whatever. There. So now my text is how I want it. I press escape to get out of the text box. And then, like I said, same thing, but we're going to duplicate the text box. And like I said, when you want to change the color of text, do it through the text box instead of like doing the, you know, the color trick of inverting it. Because once you like draw on the text, it will no longer like recognize it as a text box, sort of, because then it starts to recognize it as an image. Mainly this has to do with like once you start like skewing it or something. So all right, when you're doing it with actual font, it can be really tricky to get the size right. So instead of fucking doing it through the text box for this, if I want to make it into a highlight, I'll actually use the scale tool on it instead. Because then, like, when you do it by the pixel, or when you do it by the, like, the font size, it doesn't do it in the same way. Like, it doesn't scale it in the same way that fucking, that the scale tool does. So the scale tool can be a little better for this. So let's just go with that. Hit scale. And now that's behind. And so see, it changed that fucker to like it looks like these other layers that are images, whereas this one is still just a text box. This one I can still change the text in it, so you know, like I can type other shit. But this one, notice when I click on it with the text box thing, it's like the layer you selected has been modified using other tools, because it, once you scale it, then it's like, oh, you know, it's I can't recognize this as a font anymore, basically, because a font is like a specific, you know, fucking basically like a program parameter. You know, and once you scale it and like change it like this, then it just becomes an image, basically. And so with font, you can actually undo the chain, and it makes it a little easier to like make it match up, because like you can see that R is like not great. So if I do it like that, and then if you hit readjust, it'll kind of reset you, and then it'll like do it from that point, basically. Yeah, that looks good. Scale that. All right, so there's that, and then same deal. So we'll take this and hit merge down. That'll merge it to the first visible layer below it. So if I have this off, like if I turn that eyeball off, then it'll merge it to the highlights layer, because that's the next visible one. So we'll merge that down, and now fucker is all one thing, and I can fucking move it around, whatever. And so same deal, where, you know, it's like, oh, I can't really see the black there to make it, you know, to like, it doesn't look like it's 3D anymore. So same deal, you have your highlight, you have a transparent highlight layer underneath whatever your text is that you want to do, and you come in and, you know, you can do just a little bit of white behind there, like that. You can also, instead of using the airbrush tool like this, there's a tool called burn and dodge that basically just makes it lighter or darker, and you can change the range of it. So shadow is going to change the darkest values in the image. So let's turn all this stuff off, and I'll do it on the dog because it'll be the most obvious on the dog. So it'll make the darkest range, the mid-tone range, or the highlight range darker or lighter. And it's just like the other tools where if you press control, it changes in between. So the little fucking bong looking one is dodge, which will make it lighter. Let's bring exposure up so it's more obvious. And I'll do it on the shadow. So like, look at the dark spots of his nose. So it'll make them lighter, but it won't make other stuff lighter. It only makes the darkest value of it lighter, basically. So like if I wanted to just make his nose fucking lighter, and then I could go to highlights and like make them darker or whatever. And so you could use that instead of the airbrush tool for doing highlights. The only thing is when you do that, I believe when you do that, it'll have to be. I don't think you can dodge and burn nothing, because technically this is like a transparent, fucking thing, and so I don't think dodge and burn will work on just nothing. Yeah, because like there's nothing to actually make darker or lighter, but it works on anything that is already there. So if you were going to do it this way, you would actually do it on your background image. And so basically before you do it, just duplicate it. That way you have an unfucked with copy. And so then we'll go to like dodge and burn. And again, I want the black to be a little more present. And so that's like, his nose is like grayish, so we'll do midtones and set it to dodge so that it makes it lighter. Turn the hardness and force down, the opacity down a little bit. And so you can see it's just barely making it lighter. You don't notice it until you actually notice it, if that makes any sense. So that part is actually more of the shadow. So if I do that, and so this is much more subtle than the fucking, what you call it, the airbrush tool. Much more subtle, much harder to notice. And you can do it the same way where I can burn like the areas. We want to do highlights because that's like lighter. Or I can burn the areas around this white bit, and just to make it kind of pop more. Let's do incremental so that if I keep going over it, it'll make it darker. Yeah, it's easier. If you turn the exposure up, that's kind of similar to threshold in the other tools, where it will pick up like more of the other ranges, sort of. And again, I'm doing this behind the image, so it doesn't fuck up your text. You're not drawing on the text, actually. And it doesn't. It's much more subtle, like in terms of how it makes it pop. And you can make it like less subtle, by just like really fucking making it dark if you want to. But it's a little easier to. It's just a little easier to make it like subtle looking versus the airbrush. The airbrush, like once you kind of fine tune it a little better, then it's not so bad. But like it can be a little annoying to try and fine tune a bit. But so if we do like that, if I zoom out, now that's pretty visible, even though it's black on black and white on white. You can still see the outline a little better. That's probably a little too obvious, but even like, I don't know, in a thumbnail, ain't nobody ever gonna fucking notice this shit. So you can make it like, that looks super obvious when I'm zoomed in like this, but when I zoom out, it won't look as crazy. Yeah, see, pops pretty well. This is why the airbrush can be a little annoying sometimes. Is so hardness and force is used for like all the other brush tools, and like it makes sense with like the pencil and stuff, because like the hardness is like the hardness is the edge. So see, when I click, it's actually like pixel perfect. But if I turn the hardness down, sorry, the pencil is always 100%. The pencil goes hard as fuck. So pencil is always 100% like that. The paintbrush, if you turn hardness up, it will make the edges like, see now it, like, I didn't actually make my brush smaller, it just made the edges so fuzzy that it makes it tiny. But if I like keep clicking, you know, it'll eventually like fill in there. And if I turn smooth stroke off so that it like actually follows the mouse, see, it kind of gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what hardness does. And force is like, force you can think of like how hard you're pushing it into the paper, sort of. So like as you go over it more, it will fill in more, basically. So hardness and force work together on all the other brushes, and they make sense. With the airbrush, it can be a little annoying. Back a little far. It can be a little annoying because it has these down here, which is the rate. So think of that as like how much air is being pushed out of the airbrush, and then the flow is how much paint is being carried by that air, basically. And so with that, like, you're kind of changing 4 parameters just to make it like lighter and darker, or like make it, you know, softer. And anytime you change something here, if you want to change it back to the default, press this little thing. If you have a DPI switch on your mouse, make a setting just for Gimp that's like low, you know, like fairly low DPI, because it makes life much easier. Like, it, you know, if you're trying to draw shit. This is where smooth stroke would come in. So see how this is kind of jittery. If I do smooth stroke, do the same kind of line, much smoother looking. You know, it doesn't look like my fucking old man Parkinson ass. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, I think. Fucking, you know, do whatever you want. There you go. There's a double dog. Boob a fucker. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to show you real quick. Oh. With the pen. All right. So if I click here, if I hold shift, it'll do a straight line for me anywhere I want. So you can do that. If you hold control and shift, it'll only do 15-degree increments. So if I want to make a perfect fucking octagon, I can do that with this. Well, it's not going to be perfect because it fucking, you know, whatever. You know what I fucking mean. But if you just hold shift, it'll just do a straight line. So I could like, you know, just try and fucking freehand that bitch like this. There you go. I didn't really like plan this through super well, thinking of like how to show you this stuff, but yeah, like, if I turn off all these, and then we just have boob, right? Then you can right click and hit merge visible layers. It'll only merge them. And we're gonna clip it to bottom layer, which means it'll all merge down and be attached to this layer. So merge it. Oh God, that didn't work. Schwa. Why didn't that work? Oh. I think clip the image. Is that how we want to do it? Yeah. Okay. And then that makes it the whole fucking John. Before, it was clipping it to only this B, and so this outline, it was discarding anything that's not. outside of that outline. And so if we merge it and do clip to image, or I think if you do expand it as necessary as well, it will also do the same thing. And so now it's just called layer group, but we can just change it to boob. And, you know, and then it's like the whole deal. And then we can bring these back. And, you know, and there you go. And so now, like, you can just move this around on its own. So yeah, that's I know it's a lot. How fucking long is that? An hour long. All right. I probably should have put this method first, since you have the actual font that you were using. But I wanted to show like how to do this stuff, you know, with this image, how to do the stuff with that, because that, like, the techniques that you use to do that are the same techniques that you use to do like any other shit. You know, so like, and this is why you keep a nice clean background as well, so that, like, you know, if I erase something on this picture, I'll still have this nice clean, you know, dog picture in the background. That way you can draw on it and whatever. And you can change the opacity of actual layers too. So like, if I don't want it to be that dark, then it's like, you know, whatever. Mode is changing how it blends with the other layer. So if you press overlay, it changes it into sort of like a light over it. But basically you can make layers, like, turn them into, like, you can color on it and turn it into a light over top of whatever.